Greetings folks, welcome back to the Seth Show, and today we have another My Thoughts on video, showing you my thoughts on 3 new books that I recently finished. The Phantom of the Opera by Gaston Leroux, the original classic. The Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr Hyde by Robert Louise Stevenson, and The Invisible Man by H.G. Wells, all literary classics. I have actually been doing you all a misservice while I've been telling you my thoughts on the books that I've been reviewing, how good they were, the characters, etc. I haven't really been saying the plot, so here, let me tell you. First one, The Invisible Man. The Invisible Man is about a scientist, Griffin, who fakes his own death after accidentally, I think, after somehow turning himself invisible. He fakes his own death, he goes to this little town in England, and basically he tries to figure out how to get himself back to normal, while causing some trouble in the process. Yeah, actually he ends up being like some kind of psychotic guy, minor spoiler. It's a very good book, I loved it. The chapters are quite short, they're all like 4 to 5 pages, maybe 7 or 8 at the most. Very nice read, very easy read. I was able to finish this within a week, I think, and this is like 200 pages long. The characters, the only memorable character here is the Invisible Man himself. When I was reading him, or his bits, and when he was speaking, he kinda reminded me of V from V for Vendetta. His voice is whose voice I imagined while reading his bits. Like, I love him. He's a great character. Some bits he's psychotic, some bits he's crazy, he's mad, some bits he's perfectly reasonable, and there's even like a whole chapter, I think, where Mr. Wells explains how being invisible is possible, which was kind of sluggish because I'm not really a science person. Generally, this book was very entertaining, very fun to read. Out of 5 stars, I'd give it 4 stars. 4.5 out of 5. The second book I have for you is The Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr Hyde. The first one I read out of these 3, actually. And it's a very short read, less than 100 pages, so should have taken me like 2 days to finish this, but it took me over a week, I think, because some of the chapters, actually all the chapters, are quite long. They're all like 14 pages each, which kind of motivated me to not read it, or to at least just read 1 chapter a day, which left me with a read time of 9 days, and that wasn't quite dragging. It's about this weird guy who some people, first of all, people think there's 2 guys, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. People see Mr. Hyde, he's like a crazy guy, and then Dr. Jekyll is protecting him, or the other way around, I forgot. And it's kinda, it hit me as a mystery / thriller classic, and it did a really good job about that. The mystery, the tense bits, fantastic job. As a classic book, I'd rate it as like a 3 stars out of 5. Entertained me a little. I wasn't too invested, too hooked. Could have been better. Robert Louise Stevenson, the writing style here was a little dragging, to be honest, and it wasn't my cup of tea. Why do I say things like that? I didn't really like sailing this boat. I much preferred Treasure Island, also by Robert Louise Stevenson. Much better book, for me, at least. But still, quite a good classic. The third and final book I will be reviewing right now is The Phantom of the Opera, the longest classic I've read thus far, spanning around 300 pages. Yeah, I loved this book. The chapters, they're not too long, they're not too short. They're quite perfect in my opinion. The characters, they were amazing. The Persian, the Phantom himself, Eric, Christine, and Raoul, the 4 main characters, they were all spot on. They were well written, very good. I felt really immersed in this. Like I think there were like two to three chapters of just them going around the opera, or like under the opera, and it really immerses you. Very good book, and yeah, I love it. Love it. Would I give it a 5 stars? 4.5 out of 5. I'd give this. It was well written, very immersive. I've said that for like the third time already. The dialogue is very good. You know, how it builds up the tense all the way to the action bit. Beautiful. You know, there's a bit where they find out that something is really not good. It's near the end of the book. I won't spoil it, but my heart sank at that bit. I was like, so good. The romance between Christine and Raoul, I liked it. It really gave me the vibes it gave me were the same vibes given me by Noli Me Tangere by Jose Rizal. The romance between Maria Clara and Crisostomo Ibarra it felt very similar, and that was very good. I loved every bit of this. Eric the Phantom, he was very well written as a, what do you call it again? Unrequited love, that's what you call it. His unrequited love for Christine, that was very, and his eventual, like, he went crazy over her. I can feel him sometimes. And then the Persian, he just comes off as an awesome dude. Very good book. I actually haven't seen the actual musical / play for this in full, so I'm gonna watch that. But for now, that's all that I'll be showing you, all I'll be reviewing about. In the future, next my thoughts on will probably be on Jane Austen books, because I'm almost done with Sense and Sensibility by Jane Austen. And next, I'm gonna read Pride and Prejudice, then Persuasion. So hopefully I'll get another My Thoughts On video up soon. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you all stay safe. I hope and pray that you will still be alive by the time I upload another video, and that you will be tuned in for that. Thank you very much for watching. I feel like this is a weirder My Thoughts On video. Like, I'm a little more spontaneous, like less thought out, just video, say stuff. I'll edit it a good way. Anyway, thank you for watching. See you next time. I forgot to say this at the beginning, but yes, my hair is so long. See ya.